Hi guys and welcome to Saleem's kitchen. In today's video we are making onions and mince samosas. So today we are going big. So let's start with the filling first. Heat a medium-sized pot and add in 4 tablespoons of normal cooking oil. Once oil is hot, add in 1 kg of mutton mince. 2 teaspoons of salt and 1 teaspoon of ginger and garlic paste. Mix well. Once mince starts to cook, mix and smash it down with your spoon to turn it into smaller pieces. The mince will take 10 minutes to fully cook. Mix and smash it down, turning it into smaller pieces every 2 minutes interval. After 10 minutes, the mince is fully cooked. And you can see how I broke it into smaller pieces by smashing it down with my spoon. Now add in 10 green chilies finely sliced. You can reduce the amount of chilies if you like it mild. Mix well. And allow to cook for 1 minute. After 1 minute, add in 2 tablespoons of mixed masala. The recipe for the mixed masala will be in the description box below. Give this a good mix. Now add in 14 medium onions finely diced. Give this a good mix. The onions will take 10 minutes to fully cook. Mix every 2 minutes interval. After 10 minutes, the onions is now fully cooked. You can see how it shrunk. And it actually went down to half the pot. When I put in the onions, the pot was almost full. So the onions is now done. So now I'm going to add in the greens, which is the dhania or coriander, the mint, and the spring onion. 20 mint leaves finely chopped. 1 big bunch of dhania or coriander finely chopped. And 10 stems of spring onion finely sliced. Give this a good mix. Now you can switch off your stove and allow it to simmer for at least 2 minutes. I cooked this filling on medium heat. After 2 minutes, give it one last mix. Because we used so many onions, a lot of juice was released from the onions. So now I'm going to dump it in a strainer and allow all the onion juice to drain out. When draining out the onion juice, use a container that is wider than the strainer. You can use a lid to cover it so the flies don't trouble us. After 10 minutes, the filling is now ready. Now you can see how much of onion juice drained out. Beautiful onions and mince filling for our samosa. It smells divine. It looks great. Now let's move on to the pastry making. 8 cups of cake wheat flour or all-purpose flour. 3 teaspoons of salt. Mix salt and flour together. Now form a well. Now add in lukewarm water, which is normal tap water, little at a time, and form a dough. Once dough is formed, remove from the bowl and knead on the table for 2 minutes. Now cut dough in half. Roll out each half into long cylinders. The length of the cylinder is 75 centimeters and the circumference is 12 centimeters. Now you can cut it in half because it's too long to work with. Now cut out 6 centimeters pieces. Once your pieces are all cut, turn them into small discs. Once your discs are all formed, roll them out into rotis and keep them covered, working with one disc at a time so it does not dry out. Now we can start rolling out the rotis. Add some dry flour on the table. Lay your disc on top. Add some dry flour on top of your disc and press it down and roll it out slightly using your fingers and turn it around and do the same thing. Now we can roll it out. The circumference of your roti is 63 centimeters and it's 2 millimeters thick, which is just above ½ inch. Now apply some dry flour on your table. And set your roti aside on top of the dry flour. Your next roti, you can lay it on top of the first roti. This way we will save space on the table. All my rotis have been rolled out. You can see how many. And my work table is absolutely full. So use the method that I showed you, how to stack your rotis after you roll them, one on top of the other. And that way you'll save a lot of space. So now let's move on to the next process, which is the oiling process. Oil your rotis in layers of 6 using normal cooking oil. Start oiling the rotis you rolled first. The first stack of layered rotis are oiled. Now add some dry flour on the table and set your layered roti on top and keep it covered. All my rotis have been oiled and you can see I have them covered. So I'm going to remove the cloth to show you guys. I have 4 stacks of rotis layered in 6 and I have 1 stack of rotis layered in 3. Now we're going to roll the layered rotis into thin sheets, keeping them covered and working with 1. Add some dry flour on the table and set your layered roti on top of the dry flour and add some dry flour on top and just rub it gently, and now press it at the ends, not very hard, so we can set the rotis so they don't move when we start to roll them, and then turn it over and do the same thing. You can apply more dry flour here on the side and press the ends down. This will lock all the rotis in place, so when we're rolling, the rotis will not move. So now take your rolling pin, and always dust dry flour on your rolling pin and roll out little at a time. Do not press the rolling pin, very lightly. Let the weight of the rolling pin do the work. Very lightly you roll out little at a time, and then you turn it over and do the same thing. If your rotis move, press it down with your fingers again and lock it, and then roll out little and then turn it over and roll out little more. And now the rotis are all stuck together, so you can roll nicely now. It will not move. So we can roll slightly more out now. And as you're rolling, apply dry flour because oil is released when the rotis are being rolled out. And the technique for rolling is always start from the center and push it out and pull it towards you. That way you get an even roll. Center, push it out and pull it towards you. The measurement for your rolled out sheet is 40 centimeters by 40 centimeters and 5 millimeters thick or 2 inches. Now cut off all the uneven edges. Now mark and cut out 6 centimeters strips. Now we're going to toast them in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius for 3 minutes on the first side. Then we're going to turn it over and toast for a further 20 seconds. Now when you switch your oven on, make sure that both your elements, your heating elements are on. When you're moving your strips onto your tray, simply pick it up and fold it like this and put it in the front of your 4 fingers and unfold it onto your tray. After 3 minutes, turn and toast for a further 20 seconds. After 20 seconds, the pastry is ready. When you remove them from the oven, always keep it covered in a damp cloth. Now that our beautiful pastry is ready, let's move on and start making our onions and mince samosas. Before we start filling, let's make the glue to stick the samosas. 1 cup of cake flour, and add normal tap water to form a nice thick paste. Work with small amounts of pastry at a time. The samosas are all made. Now let's do a count and see how many samosas we made. So there you have it, guys. I have a total of 109 samosas. For storing, you can put them in a freezer bag and freeze for up to 3 months. You can store 1 dozen in a bag. So there you have it, guys. Over 100 onions and mince samosas, all neatly packed in freezer bags. Please be sure to give this recipe a try. And please do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Until my next video, peace out.